These professional chefs all want to break into the top ranks of the world's culinary elite. Deciding who has the talent to cut it is MasterChef judge Greg Wallace.
That is breathtaking.
And culinary legend Michel Roux Jr. With 2 Michelin stars, he's expecting perfection.
That is good. That is so tender. It's unbelievable.
Cooking doesn't get better than this. Robert, Adam, Derek and Christos are this week's Heat winners.
This is the quarterfinals. The standard has just gone up another 10 notches. Now, our chefs are going to cook off against each other.
I had some very positive comments from the judges in the heats, and I'm striving towards getting some more today. I'm not ready to leave the competition yet. I'd want to go on and get more and more.
I really want to win. I think this would be a massive achievement for me. It's a wee bit daunting, but it would just be amazing to win it.
If you don't set yourself challenges, I don't think you'll ever achieve anything. No, I've had a bite of the cherry, I want the whole pie. If I start to thrive, the harder it gets.
I just won the semi-final, I won the title. So I'm here to win the title. I'm pretty sure I'll go through.
At the end of today's programme, only 2 of these quarter-finalists can go through to the next round.
They've got to deliver 100%. There's no room for any fault whatsoever.
Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. You were the winners of your heats. We know you have talent. We've seen what you can do. You are serving your food today, not just to Michelle and I, but to 3 professional restaurant critics as well.
Now you have to take it a step up. What you are going to put in front of us has to be the best you have ever cooked.
Make us proud.
In exactly an hour and a half, the chefs will have to serve a 2-course menu that reflects their signature style.
This is their name on the plate. It's their big day. They're going to have to deliver.
In his heat, 23-year-old Adam's creative food showed exceptional talent.
Adam's style is all about presentation.
Stunningly good-looking food.
I actually like this plate. I love the colours. The fish is beautifully filleted, very precise, lovely skills there. I just hope it tastes as good as it looks, basically.
But sometimes he sacrifices flavour for the picture on the plate.
Unfortunately, in your little salad there's lacking some acidity.
He won't be able to fool the food critics. If it looks good, great. But it has to deliver on flavour.
Adam?
Hello.
Tell us about your 2 dishes, please.
OK, for starter, I've got a pave of organic salmon with a vegetable terrine and a quail's egg and San Marzano tomato jelly.
Right, how long is that terrine going to take to set?
I've tried it and it takes an hour and 15.
Right, OK, so you're really up against it there.
I'm pushing myself a bit, yeah.
OK, and the main?
The main course, I'm doing roast breast of Grecian duck with sauté of girolles and trompettes on toast, seared foie gras.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's big.
I like the sound of all that. Time-wise, it's nigh on impossible. Your terrine should already be in the fridge by now.
So I'm banking on the fact that it's a small terrine with the jelly and a blast chiller. It's going to set just in time.
You raving lunatic?
Some may say.
My worry is with the jelly. I hope for him it will have set properly, because otherwise it's going to look like a dog's dinner.
If he can pull it off, this could be the winning menu.
Ready. I think the secret of winning today is inventive ideas. Presentation, I think, is going to be a major player today. The starter, the star dish, but it's really complicated and a lot could go wrong with it.
Greek-born Christos convinced the judges with his tasty food.
Christos packs big flavours into his food. He really does understand the sunshine food of the Mediterranean.
This is a very, very good bouillabaisse.
I would eat every single last bit of it.
But he is always looking for an excuse. Through the first round, everything and anything was an excuse.
The tart is too big, unfortunately I couldn't find a small pan for them.
Don't blame equipment, don't blame anything like that other than yourself.
If Christos can marry a little bit of elegance in his presentation with those great flavours, he's made it. He's through. Christos, I want to know the dishes that are going to make you a finalist.
I'm cooking scallops for you today as starters with asparagus and crispy pancetta at the top. And for finish, I have a lab with spinach mousse, and I'm going to wrap it with crepenet.
So, Christos, the lamb has a spinach mousse, and then it's wrapped in caul fat. That's
Correct.
the lining of the pork stomach.
Correct.
So you know these dishes work, and you have enough time to complete them.
I know I can do it, I don't know if I have time.
Oh, dear.
Dangerous talk, Christos.
If I stop all the small mistakes which I've done in the first hit, I should be all right.
There's no excuses in this round.
No excuses.
No excuses.
It's just me.
He's got lamb, and around the outside is a spinach mousse.
It's an extremely technical thing to get right. I think he's maybe got the wrong end of the stick and thinking that he's going to complicate things to get it right.
I try to show that actually I have the standards to be a MasterChef, and at the same time I try to show that I have the skills. When you know that one of your judges is 2 Michelin star, you just need to cook the best.
30-year-old Robert's Michelin ambitions were matched by some excellent food.
Very skillful. His knowledge of food was exceptionally good.
And the Savion was lovely.
Robert, I like this. It's beautiful. Grapes work beautifully well with that. Great combination, can't fault it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all fault-free cooking.
He split his ravioli, and it was awful. The pasta was split.
Yeah, it's gone wrong. The nose got the better of me towards the end.
There's no excuse.
There's no denying the man's ability. He has got it. Has he got it consistently? What is your menu?
My starter's going to be a pan-fried red mullet with a scallop chili tartare. And for my main, pan-roasted breast of duck with Jerusalem artichokes, cooked in many different ways.
How many different ways?
Hopefully 4 different ways.
Yeah, but are the food critics going to like it?
I'm not going to put up any old tosh on the plate, you know. These 2 dishes taste good. They don't like it, then that's their problem.
Can you feel the pressure?
Yes. It's a brave man who can come in here and feel no pressure, especially with you 2 guys looking at everything that's going on. It's going to be a hard contest.
I can see his starter, and I think I quite enjoy that. What worries me is how he's going to bring all those different vegetables and mushrooms all in one duck dish.
I believe I can reach my full potential as long as I stay focused. If I start to go off my game, then it will affect my overall performance.
Scottish 24-year-old Derek produced outstanding food in his heat.
That boy can cook. Naturally gifted.
That's lovely. I like this dish a lot. I think it is something that I would find in a top-class restaurant. A very, very light and delicious mousse. That is exactly how a beurre blanc should be.
This guy has got real talent. But can he be consistent all the way through?
There were some fundamental errors.
It is really underdone. You are Scottish. You, of all people, should know what a shortbread is.
He can't make the same mistakes as he made in the classic recipe test. That food has to go out there absolutely perfect. What are your 2 dishes, Derek?
My starter's pan-seared Scottish halibut with a tomato and apple chutney, pea puree with a salad of seared scallops, cashew nuts and red onion.
Ooh, there is a lot going on there, young man.
Yeah.
And the main course?
Duckling with truffle foam puree, butternut squash and savoy cabbage.
There's 20 ingredients on the plate there. Do you think that's going to impress the food journalists?
There's a lot of flavours in there, but I think they're going to work with each other and not overpower each other.
What will it mean to you to go forward to the next round?
No, it would mean everything to me. I'm happy to get to this stage, but now I really want to go to the final and challenge to win this competition.
Good lad, Derek.
I love the sound of Derek's mate. There is a lot going on with that starter.
Cashew nuts, the mint.
And the red onion salad. And the halibut.
For me, that sounds like far too much. But if he manages to get the right balance, I think that starter could be superb.
I'm really excited to do cooking my own food because it's kind of an insight to what I do, but I've not had time to practice these menus. I've had it going over and over in my head, so all I need to do is keep cool and hopefully I can impress the judges.
With 20 minutes to go before service, the critics arrive. William Sitwell is the editor of Waitrose Food Illustrated and writes for the Evening Standard. Jay Rayner is the Observer's leading food and restaurant critic. Andy Haler is a freelance food journalist and critic. These critics are used to fine dining in destination restaurants, and they'll be expecting the same standards today.
If the food critics see any fault, they will pick it out and they will really lay into them.
Christos will be the first to serve the critics with his scallop starter.
All right, got about a minute and a half, yeah? Looking good. Just get it out to them, you're fine. Come on.
Well done.
Out, out, out.
Thank you.
Christos's hot starter is pan-fried king scallops served on grilled asparagus with crispy pancetta and a parmesan veloute. But he served it on a cold plate.
I'm slightly baffled by the fact that this dish is stone cold, because this is quite an attractive starter.
The problem is the asparagus are, well, there's al dente and there's al dente, isn't there? You can practically hear me crunching them, can't you?
The chef has managed to burn it on one side as well, which is quite impressive, really.
The asparagus is just washing away the sweetness of the scallop. It's not right.
I think it's a long way away from being a Michelin-starred dish. I can safely say that.
Will Christos's lamb main course improve on a bad start?
Concentrate on presentation
That was worrying me.
and sending it warm.
This is my weak point because of this.
I know, but keep it simple. Yeah, you keep it simple and warm. Keep it going. You're nearly there. 2 minutes to serve it, beautifully presented and hot. You've really got to pick it up because everything has to be hot, yeah?
I've done anything I can. I gave 100%.
Good.
I hope the judges can see that.
They'll appreciate it more if it was in front of them and hot. So quick, come on, let's go. Don't stop now, huh? That's it, go, well done.
Christos has made lamb with a spinach and chicken mousse en crepinette, served with fondant potato, wild garlic puree, and a mushroom duxelle.
It looks like a snail that's trying to escape from the meat, leaving its sort of green entrails behind it.
Using stomach linings to bind your meat is a real chefy trick. Thing is, you've got to cook it off properly, because otherwise it's like it's the gastronomic equivalent to sellotape around your dish, which is a bit grim, really.
There's a taste of carbon, there's a taste of burnt oil.
And that puree is really watery and hasn't got enough body. I don't like that at all.
There's actually very little on this plate that you would eat.
I think they can see skills. They know that actually we have only 1.5 an hour to produce this food. And I'm pretty sure they will be happy with what they see.
Robert's mullet starter is up next.
I like the look of this, Robert. I do. Come on, mate.
You've got to go. Come on, gotta go.
Will Robert's starter of pan-fried mullet served on bok choy with a cold scallop and chili tartare, celeriac puree and fried wonton wrappers reflect his Michelin standard ambitions.
Well, it's accurate fish cookery, isn't it? He's got the mullet right, and that's not easy, because you just got to let the fish speak for itself, and he knows how to cook it.
The scallops are really good on there.
Also, the bok choy is nicely cooked.
Things are looking up.
But in the kitchen, Michelle and Greg have a very different opinion.
I don't understand this. Tartare scallops, that's raw scallops. Celeriac puree, warm fish, warm bok choy. Where's he going with this?
Combining the hot and the cold on the plate, I think, is a mistake because it sort of detracts from the heat of one or the deliciously cool of the other.
Can Robert impress everybody with his main course? Roast breast of duck, which includes artichoke cooked in 4 different ways. But with 2 minutes to go, disaster strikes.
I just dropped my artichokes, a few of them. Well, all of them, actually, so...
Artichoke 4 ways has gone down to artichoke 3 ways?
Yes. I tell you what, it's more nerve-wracking than going up with you lot.
He's scared. He is running scared.
You going to be on time here, Robert?
Yeah.
That's enough.
It's all right. You're there. You're there.
Well done. Good luck.
Has Robert managed to bring his dish of roast breast of duck with girole mushrooms, wilted curly kale and Jerusalem artichokes back from the brink of disaster?
I fear the duck is slightly overdone, or at least not as pink as I would like to see it.
I dropped my artichokes, and while I was doing that, I forgot about the duck. It's a minute or 2 overcooked. It's still going to taste nice, but it's just not.
I know he's slightly overcooked the duck, but because it's really good, I still think it tastes delicious. The skin is delicious.
It's moist, it's juicy, full of flavour. I like his duck, I like his sauce.
Everything except the duck is perfectly cooked. It's a shame we haven't got the rest of the artichokes.
As a chef, I believe I have what it takes to win this competition, yes. But whether I've shown that today, no.
Next to come under the critics' scrutiny is Derek's halibut starter.
Coming together now. Nearly there, well done.
You happy?
Yeah, so far so good.
Good lad, Derek. Keep going. Got to go. Good lad, good lad.
Will Derek's starter of pan-seared halibut with tomato and apple chutney, king scallop, pea puree and a salad of baby gem lettuce be fault-free?
The whole dish has a very natural, fresh, zingy feel to it.
This is pretty. Very, very pretty.
It looks fresh, it looks inviting. I think the chutney's very clever.
I was a little concerned about cold chutney with warm fish, but I think it's kind of quite refreshing.
I'm amazed I haven't seen it more often because it works really well.
I'd happily eat a whole plate of it. Look, I almost have.
Can Derek follow up with a top-class main course?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on.
Like a hot plate.
Derek's presenting poached ballantine of duck stuffed with apricots and spinach, with truffle pomme puree, butternut squash, and sautéed Savoy cabbage.
The colours are a bit insipid. The cabbage looks a little bit kind of limp and knackered, but it's really delicious.
And cabbage, in fact, can be lovely when it's in the hands of a good chef. Oh, I think actually this is.
The duck is rather nice. It's worked rather well.
That is breathtaking.
It's so tender. It's unbelievable. And that's because you poached it slowly.
I would certainly pay for this food. I think it's really good. I think he's got a nice, straightforward approach.
It's a good, bold plate of food.
I really enjoyed the pressure, just like doing a normal service, you know, you have to feed the customers. I don't know if my dishes are to a Michelin standard. I've never cooked at that level before. Do my best, my ability, and that's what I did.
Adam's technically trotter is up next. Has his first chilled component, the terrine, set?
Very pretty, lovely colours. That tastes as good as it looks. Yeah, you're on your way.
But he's not out of the woods yet. His jellied quail's eggs are next out of the blast chiller. Not only must the tomato jelly be set, but the quail yolk must be perfectly soft inside.
Bang on time, well done.
Go on.
Will Adams' avant-garde starter, parve of organic salmon on a bed of samphire with Provençal terrine and quail's egg in tomato jelly, deliver on flavour as well as technical excellence?
I wouldn't have suggested doing tomato and a quail egg together in a jelly, but I think it's better than I was expecting. It's got nice flavour of the tomato coming through.
Well, blimey, that is very, very skillful cooking. Personally, I don't think I want to eat a jellied egg with the fish, but there is no denying the skill.
This fish, it's not cooked in the middle. It's not just rare, it's raw.
Will Adams' more conservative duck main course win praise across the board?
30 seconds. Okay, that's it. Come on, it's looking good. Looking really good. Well done.
Adams serving a breast of duck, sautéed trompettes on toast and seared foie gras with a port and red wine sauce.
It smells good.
I think it's actually been really beautifully cooked.
The dish shows, good technique. The duck was actually very well cooked. One of the more capably cooked pieces of duck that we've seen today.
Compared to the silliness of the starter, it's the simplest dish we've been served today, and I'm enjoying eating it.
I am being spoilt rotten. Texturally, that is perfection.
Everything on this plate works.
I'm quite happy with the way it all went, actually. My terrine set, my jelly set. I think I took a lot on, but I think it was the right strategy to take. I wanted to blow their mind, so hopefully I've achieved that.
Thank you very much for giving up your valuable time, and we wanted you here to have a real test for those guys in there, so that they could have their food critiqued professionally and handle the pressure of that as well. Ultimately, Michelle and I have seen much more of them than you have, and we will make the decision, but that's been very helpful. Thank you very much. We have 4 chefs and 2 places in the final. 2 go through, 2 we have to send home.
Christos, his first course, asparagus and scallops, just doesn't work. His main course, the fillet of lamb, it just was overcooked and it actually tasted of burnt oil.
He hasn't got it. Not yet he hasn't.
We want finesse and elegance and the flavour.
I will be disappointed if I don't go through, but I'm happy with what I've done today.
We have to decide now between Derek and Robert and Adam.
Derek, he respects everything he touches in the kitchen.
First plate, we had fish and the apple and tomato chutney underneath. It was lovely.
The pea puree with a bit of mint, I thought could have been a bit smoother. Scallop was beautiful.
Next, we had duck with a ham round it, apricots in the middle and a bit of spinach to keep the inside moist.
He didn't even use a thermometer to poach. He just knew that the temperature was right. He's a real professional chef. I want him in my kitchen.
I really get a taste for the competition and I really want it to keep on going, and I would love to win this competition, but I just need to keep on performing at my best.
Robert, for me, really delivers flavour. I love the look of Robert's starter. I like the little wonton triangles. I like the scallop with the chilli running through it. I thought it was a very nice-looking dish.
And his red mullet was beautifully seasoned and cooked very well.
Next, we had the duck. I liked his sauce.
It had flavour, depth, it was shiny and unctuous.
But he advertised artichoke 4 ways. Well, he dropped one on the floor. You've got it on the menu. You should deliver it.
Now, is that nerves? Probably got something to do with it. But he's a professional. He should channel all that into positive thinking.
Towards the end, I think the pressure got to me. I've let silly mistakes creep into my game. So, yeah, I feel annoyed at the moment.
If there was a prize today for the most work done, the hardest worker, it would go to Adam. Try a vegetable terrine in an hour and a half. And then a jelly with an egg. That is really hard. Really clever cooking.
He did manage to pull it off, so I think we should applaud him for that. Unfortunately, it didn't eat particularly well. The critics' salmon was severely undercooked.
But Adam's main course was delightful. Wild mushrooms melting into already deliciously soft duck. That's a dream come true.
If you're going to enter MasterChef, you've got to push yourself. If you don't push yourself, you're not going to win it. So I really came in today and I pushed myself as hard as I could.
It's not just a good cook we're looking for here. We truly are looking for the next great chef.
Who is going to be able to take the stress of running a top kitchen, being able to produce fine food day in, day out?
Tricky one, this. Real tricky one.